Jaimy Beltran here with Beltran Properties and eXp Realty, and I'm here with my friend again, Brad Hansen. Brad is with Academy Mortgage and the First Team. Brad, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it.
You bet. Great to be with you, Jaimy.
Awesome, awesome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about inventory and multiple offers. What we're seeing in the market right now is a super competitive market for sellers. Wanted to chat with you a little bit about that.
Cool. Well, so normally you're asking me the questions. So today I'm going to ask you the question. So why don't you tell us, because you're the real estate expert, and while I get to see a lot of these things happen like multiple offers, you get to see that really firsthand. So why don't you tell us a little bit about where inventory is at? I know in the past we've talked a little bit about it being a great time to sell, but how do people navigate this low inventory environment and multiple offers and things like that?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna show a graph here that I think illustrates what's happening in the market. Are you able to see that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so here what we have is the RMLS active count, listing counts. And it goes from the beginning of the year through the end of June here. And you can see that 2020, the little line, the little graph starts at about 15,000, just over 15,000 listings. And typically every year that ramps up. You can see all the previous years going up to over 20,000 listings, right? Well, this year it's a little different because of COVID. Less people are coming on the market. People that really only have to sell are selling just because of the stay in place order that we have. And then just some fear of people being in their house. Folks that don't have to sell are not selling. So you can kind of see our line, instead of keeping that projection going up, it's actually decreased during this whole pandemic. And we are actually about the same amount of homes that were listed in January, which is notoriously a low amount of homes. Here we are at the peak of the market with that same amount of low inventory. So that is very much driving what is happening with inventory and multiple offers. Brad, you had shared a graph with us before that if possible, I'd love for you to put that back up. That speaks to this a little bit more as well.
Yeah, let me pull that up here. There you go.
So again, here is RMLS reporting inventory in months, right? So as of June, that was 1.5. So you can see, since the graph I showed you, inventory has actually gone down to 1.2. And my guess, in August, it may even be lower. And if you look at those 3 months, let's just look at June, July, August, there has not been any other months, like 3 months in a row like that, with that low of inventory. You can see in 2018, February through April were kind of low, but not as low as we are currently. And that's also a slower part of the year, where June, July, and August is usually, the market is thriving and there's just a lot more inventory. So we can see that's probably the biggest factor of why we're dealing with multiple offers. Now, there's some solutions to all of this. We've chatted about that before on other videos that we've done. Specifically, I think one of the best ways to deal with it is with new construction. We're fortunate that there's a lot of new construction happening in the Portland market, and it tends to be a little less competitive when you're looking at that. So that's definitely an option that we have here.
Yeah, and I know you've been able to, help people even when they're going up against cash offers, knowing what the seller wants. Maybe it's 30 days of rent back or whatever it may be, can help you. And I know you've done a great job with really understanding the seller's needs, the buyer's needs, and then bringing them together.
Yeah. And I'd love to share with anybody some of the tactics that we use to be able to be that competitive offer that gets chosen. Yeah. And many times it's just good communication with your cooperating agent. So if anybody out there wants to chat with either me or Brad about some of the techniques that we use to just look better in a competitive market, by all means, reach out to us and we'd love to chat with you about that. And Brad, thanks for joining us again.
Glad to be here. Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks.